All they have was zero.
Oh. Oh.
I was like, matter about that one, we're on one festivities.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's ball game between the Southside Shark and your Ruston Bearcats. Please stand to your feet and move your caps if you're able. Tonight's prayer will be led by senior cheer captain, Miss Molly Rabb.
Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us the opportunity to be here tonight with such an amazing community.
We pray that you can be with both teams tonight.
Ruston Bearcats. I'm Kyle Roberts alongside Nick Brown. Quarterfinals action here for Ruston as we have the Invocation and National Anthem. We'll be back in 2 minutes for more of the pregame show. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Please remain standing. Tonight's national anthem will be said by junior 3-year student and band and choir member, Miss Chloe Young.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Marine broadcast booth. Kyle Roberts alongside Nick Brown. Matthew Carswell on the sidelines tonight. Luke Forrester on stats. And we will have Toby Nations and Hunter Smith at halftime. The captains are taking to the field. Zarek Hill, Josh Brantley, and Aiden Anding for the Ruston Bearcats as we await the coin toss. Nick, excellent job as always with the Coaches Show. That has been a really fun addition here this postseason, is getting out into the community in order to interview head coach Jared Baugh in front of a crowd. Again, wonderful job by you. Glad that Jared is willing to do it as well, and look forward to that more in the future.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Plans to do this again next year, but still, as long as the Bearcats keep winning, Kyle, we'll move to rotate between Sundown Tavern and White Lightning. So should the Bearcats be so fortunate to get a victory tonight, it will be at White Lightning next Tuesday.
This is a Southside team, Nick, number 6 in the power rankings as the seed in this playoff bracket. Ruston, number 3. Both teams come in with an identical 9-2 record. The Ruston Bearcats with a first-round bye, and then last week handled the Zachary Broncos here. 42-21 was that final score. And this is a Southside Sharks team, Nick, that could score pretty much as much as it wants to. At least that's been the case so far through the first few weeks or the last few weeks of the season and into the first couple of weeks of the playoffs. They're a very, very good running team. And, I like what Jared Baugh said when I got to interview him this week for a pregame story for the Lincoln Parish Journal. He said that if you're familiar with North Louisiana football, this is going to really look like the C.E. Bird Yellow Jackets offense.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Kyle mentioned with Jared Baugh, very methodical offense. You go back to years ago when Bird came through here one night, and I mean, it seemed like the Bearcats had the ball twice the entire first half. And it's been a while since the Bearcats, early August, made a trip over to Shreveport to face Bird. But Jess Curtis is no stranger to Ruston High School. Brought Manny up here a few years ago, coach at Manny, very successful. Left Manny, went to Natchitoches Central for 1 year, and then now is at Southside. And, Kyle, this is a school that really their first graduating class was 2020, first school year 2017, 2018. And everyone asks, where is Southside? It is in Youngsville, Louisiana.
And that is in the Lafayette region, if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of south. It's obviously near the I-10 area of the state. And so Southside coming out in white uniforms with teal numerals trimmed in black with some pewter silver helmets. Ruston with the very classic Ruston red tops and bottoms with the white and gray strip up the side of the pants and on the sleeve with white numerals, the classic Ruston R on the red Ruston helmet. And so kicking off to start tonight, Owen Bashirs for Southside. Our first quarter tonight being brought to you by Kim Dupree State Farm. We'll tell you more about her here in a second. The Cowbells in full force tonight. It's the quarterfinals between the Sharks and the Bearcats, and we are underway. It is a low squib kick, and actually the ball's on the turf, and I think Southside might have gotten it in Bearcat territory.
That's exactly one thing that Jared Ball talked about. They're not going to kick it deep. They're going to do the squib kick.
Yep. No, Ruston has it. They reversed it.
I will tell you, great job of whoever came out of there with that football because it bounced off a Bearcat. It was a live football, and I thought the Sharks had recovered. So that one, good thing there's no video review in high school. Looked like the Sharks were all over that. Bearcats certainly very fortunate to come out with the football. Kyle, I'm going to jump right into our offense. Starting at left tackle, Cam Vinzant, left guard. Sam Nations at center, Jake Tyler. Right guard, Cedric Roan. Right tackle, Brooks Brown. Tight end by committee, Ahmad Hudson, Cullen Clark, Hunter Soto. All will see action. Your inside receiver, the Ram Parker. Peyton Martin with some huge catches over the last few weeks. Caleb Hampton and Darius James at the outside receiver. Quarterback Josh Brantley, fullback Landry Smith, and the duo at running back, not Batman and Robin, it's Jordan Hayes and Dylon Brooks.
And Hayes will get the nod tonight, dots the I formation, 2 tight end set, Brantley under center, and he will play fake, rolls to his right. It goes up over the top, caught by Hudson, 40, 35, tackled at the 33-yard line, and the Bearcats off to a great start, go through the air to the big sophomore tight end, first down and 10.
A great play call by the Bearcats. You look at Earl Griffin, catch him off guard because what do you expect the Bearcats to do? Turn around and hand the ball off to Jordan the Jet Hayes. Great call, the Bearcats moving the sticks.
Shotgun formation. Brantley takes the snap, hands it off to Hayes. He bounces outside, cuts back through, and he slips through at the 20, and he's inside the red zone. Still moving tacklers. And down at the 11-yard line, another first down pickup for the Ruston Bearcats.
Kyle, great run from Jordan the Jet Hayes. I do want to let you know, though, Kyle, that last week Dylon Brooks looked a little banged up, but he is going to play tonight, Kyle.
The other score we'll be watching like Hawks tonight as it's a handoff up the middle, nothing there for Hayes. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. We will be watching this Destrehan Airline matchup. It's the number 2 Airline Vikings versus the number 10 Destrehan Wildcats. And that is taking place over in Bossier as the Jet kind of hobbles off over towards the sideline. Certainly hope he's okay. And a very chilly night here in Ruston, Louisiana, and Jordan Hayes is replaced by Dylon Brooks. I formation, 1 receiver near side. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Destrehan and Airline. And Brantley hands it off to his fullback, Landry Smith, and he fights past the 5-yard line, down at the 4, and that's a 9-yard pickup on 2nd and 11.
Now, one thing about it, we will watch that score, of course, watch this one here as well, but understanding if Airline wins and the Bearcats win, the Bearcats would travel. But if Destrehan were to win, the Wildcats would come here if the Bearcats are victorious.
So we're in the quarterfinals, which means there's 8 teams left here. There's 8 teams left in non-select. And District 2-5A still has 4 teams alive. Ash in the select bracket, Neville, West Monroe, and Ruston all still playing tonight. Shotgun formation, and there's a flag thrown. So I'm assuming that's going to be movement on the line. As a false start, the ref mic working very nicely, Nick Brown. So 3rd and 2 is going to turn into 3rd down and 8.
I don't like penalties, Kyle, but I want to tell you that has been a work in progress since day one. So I'm glad to hear the ref mic working well. This is the first Sharks we've ever faced.
I was going to ask you that. I don't know that in the history of Ruston High School have we ever played Sharks before tonight. 3rd down and 8. Man in motion is Parker. Shotgun formation for Brantley. He'll take the snap, drops back. Looks back to his left, goes back corner of the end zone.
It got to be a flag.
No flag called, or thrown rather. And so the cornerback disrupted Hudson in the end zone, and it looks like we're going to have the special teams come out for the Ruston Bearcats. And so this drive, I don't know. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down and 8. Again, the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Right here, you look at it, you talk with Jared. If you've been a fan of the Bearcats for years, you know his philosophy. 6 points is more than 3. Obviously, simple math, but right here, he likes his defense. If he doesn't get it, he's going to get the ball back in good field position.
9:47 to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm first quarter. Shotgun set. Parker in the back of the end zone. He hauls it in on 4th down and 8, and that's a touchdown for the Bearcats. What a catch by the Joran Parker on the right side of the end zone. Ruston up 6-0.
You just have so many weapons. Brantley able to do that. You look a lot. Hudson gets a lot of attention, but Parker, great, called that one in. Good play. And I'll tell you and I have mentioned it before. You look at Brantley, the transition really a quarterback playing quarterback, not an athlete. And a great way to thread the needle and give the Bearcats the early lead.
Jack Elliott in to attempt the point after. What a gutsy play call not to send the special teams out as the kick is up. And the kick is good. Elliott stays perfect. Ruston up 7-0. 9:41 to go in the first quarter. Back after this, you're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Bayou Kubota is a proud sponsor of Bearcat Football and a loyal member of the Bearcat Football Club. Visit Bayou Kubota for all your tractor and farm equipment needs. Bayou Kubota, service with a purpose in Ruston, Bossier City, and Monroe. Bayou Kubota is a proud sponsor of Bearcat Football and a loyal member of the Bearcat Football.
It's going to be interesting, Kyle. Last week, Bearcats I mentioned it on the coach's show. I said, you kicked one deep. He goes, it was a missed kick. And so we're going to see what the Bearcats do here. But kind of neat was Zachary in the lateral that they threw last week on the opening kickoff.
So 2 gutsy calls early on. The first by Southside does not work as the Bearcats recover the onside, and Ramos, he'll kick deep and fielded at the 11-yard line by the Sharks returner. And he'll get past the 25 up the far sideline, 30, before finally being knocked out of bounds around the 37-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Southside. The second gutsy call, 4th down and 8 on a 52-yard drive capping touchdown pass to Joran Parker. So far things have been coming up Ruston as they lead 7-0 with 9:32 to go in the first.
And to get you those starters, defensive end Peyton Bell, Kavari and Key at D tackle. The other D tackle, Rakeem Potts. Caleb Williams at defensive end, but we'll see Keegan Goldsmith as well. At the Liz, Trendon Moore, Miles Brown will get some time. Zarek Hill, Colby Sanye at the Mike linebacker. Will linebacker Xander Hayes at the rip. Keelan Davis, a corner. Fabian Stringfellow, looks like the Bearcats jumped off sides. Jaden, the Anding brothers at free safety. Jaden and Aiden.
Parker Deason at quarterback. And so that's a 5-yard penalty on the Bearcats. It'll be 1st down and 5 after the defensive lineman jumped off sides. So it'll be, and again, this is that wing offense we've been talking about, and the goal is to get it into the hands of Ramon Singleton for Southside. Deese will take the snap, and he'll keep it himself and has a 1st down and some more at the 45 and gets tripped up in Bearcat territory down at the 42-yard line. They'll make that the 43, and that was a 1st down pickup on the play. And it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Southside Sharks.
And you go back, this reminds me when Bill Alsop was quarterback for the Bearcats and he would run Billy Laird, give them play. You're going to see that. They're going to be in no rush. It is going to be just methodical, run the clock, run the clock, run the clock. Not going to do anything fast.
Under the center, Deese puts Singleton in motion.
Looks like a false start. Under center and then came up.
6 seconds on the play clock. Ruston up 7-0, under 9 to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm first quarter. And it is a handoff up the middle. And about a 4-yard gain for Justin Williams. It'll be 2nd down and 6. We'll tell you a little bit about Kim Dupree State Farm. And she can take care of all of your insurance needs as well as financial planning. For all of your insurance needs, call Kim Dupree State Farm. Kim Dupree State Farm is at 1001 North Trenton Street and at kimdupree.net. 2nd down and 6.
How do you pronounce the quarterback's last name?
I went with Deese. I've read I know some people that where the last name is D-I-E-S, and they pronounce it Dees. And it's a handoff up the right side. It's my best guess.
I think it's great because there used to be a lot of Dubox. Dyes, D-Y-E-S. I'm going to go with D's. But notice D's, Kyle, is going to run over to the sideline. Going to get tired at the end of the game, but it's 31 seconds. They're not going to snap the ball to 6, 7, or 8 seconds left on the play clock.
3rd down and 6 after D's with no gain on the play. You can hear the cowbells in full force on the home side of the Hoss. D's under center in the wing set, and he will keep it himself on the option. Breaks a tackle, has more to the 25-20. Tackled from behind by Aiden Anding. And so Southside gets the first down.
Now, what really made that play so work so efficient, he actually had the pitch man open, but he's so quick he was able to turn it upfield on a dime and pick up. He's going to be a very tough quarterback to contain tonight.
So the Sharks are in the red zone for the first time tonight. Dees has a wide receiver on the near side. That's Simmons. He's only thrown the football 18 times this year, and it's a quick just handoff on a sweep. And that's going to be a 7-yard pickup on the play to the Bearcat 10-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 3. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ruston leads 7-0. But Southside knocking on the door. D's under center. Puts a man in motion again. Another sweep. Same thing. And Singleton falls forward. And it's going to be close. Yep, he's in for the touchdown.
And look at this Southside bunch is fired up. This is one with the matchup here. Many people pick the Bearcats, obviously, to win and move on. But this Jess Curtis, no stranger to success. And don't need all the momentum going back to the Sharks on that sideline.
So that was on 2nd and 3. And now
the old swinging gate, but they're all going to drop back and kick the extra point.
Kick is up, and it splits the uprights. 6:41 to go in the first. Bearcat 7, Sharks 7. Back in 30 seconds from the Wood Marine broadcast booth. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Calling Bearcat Nation.
The Sharks tie it up. So it's 7-7. That was Ruston opened up with a 52-yard drive, and the Sharks answered with a 64-yard drive. Both touchdown drives were of 6 plays. And it's another low kick, and it will be fielded by the Bearcats at the 35-yard line. Still going 40-45 up the near side. That is Devin Major, I believe. No, that's Sam Hartwell.
Sam Hartwell, he's getting in. You know, that's one thing about it. You look at it, put athletes on the field, let them make plays in space, but you're going to put your good hands team out, and that is what they're going to do every single kickoff, Kyle. They're going to squib all year long, hoping they get one that bounces off and bounces back like the opening kickoff. And what does Jared Ball and the offensive and the coaching staff do to counteract that? They put their athletes, ball handlers out there, so the hands team, so to speak, out on the field.
Central leads West Monroe 7-0 in the first. Neville up 7-0 over Chalmette.
I think that has to be the big surprise. Chalmette really making their run.
I think they're at 24.
24 seed, yes.
And the Vikings up 6-0 over the Destrehan Wildcats. Again, the winner of this one will go on to play the winner of Destrehan and Airline. Bearcats already have one touchdown through the air, and that was to Jordan Parker on 4th down and 8. Shotgun formation and play fake, and Brantley will fall past the 50-yard line, still moving forward past the 45 to the 41-yard line of Southside. That's a 12-yard pickup on the play, and Nick, he was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and just kept on dragging tacklers.
You know, he did, and I keep saying this, but you go back to when he had the injury, you go back, you see Brantley stronger and stronger every game.
And so a timeout on the field. And we'll see who took it. I'm assuming it was Destrehan. Excuse me, on Southside. Goodness gracious. So,
get ahead of yourself.
We'll take it with them. Our score, 6:21 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7, back in 30 seconds. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
This is Bill Hogan at Century Next Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with the locals. And that's a win for our community.
After this, Matthew. And Bearcats in the I formation, and it's a handoff. No, it's an option to the near side, and that's Hayes. He'll be tackled at the 45-yard line inbound, so he's going to lose 5 on the play. Let's go down to Matthew Carswell. Matthew, tell us a little bit. I know it's a very chilly night here tonight. What is the crowd looking like from your perspective?
The crowd's looking great. You can tell every time we make a big play, they're up cheering on the Bearcats. So it's a great crowd right now tonight, Kyle.
Second down and 15. Ball is at the Southside 46-yard line.
On the near sideline, number 11, Martin in at wide receiver, as well as the Duran Parker.
And Brantley takes the snap from the gun, hands it off to Brooks. And Brooks fights forward past the 40, spins at the 35 and down at the 33. Not enough for a first down, but it will be a 13-yard pickup.
I'm going to give credit. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I'm going to give credit to Chris Brister, the training staff at Ruston High School. You looked last week, hobbled up. He went through practice this week, but not being on his feet in class, really looked good on that run.
Third down and 2, ball at the 33-yard line of the Sharks. And Brantley tried the hard snap count. 5:15 left to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Lander Smith in at H-back. And it's a handoff again to Brooks outside. 30, 25, 20, 15, tripped up. It'll be a first down pickup for Dylon Brooks at the 13-yard line of Southside. Good for a 19-yard gain on the play.
Kyle, the Bearcat offensive line is more powerful than the D-line from Southside. They create just a little bit of gap, and the running back, the speed from Dylon and Jordan the Jet Hayes, able to take advantage of it.
Under 5 to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm first quarter. We're tied 7-7. But the Bearcats have it inside the red zone again. Shotgun formation for Brantley. He'll take the snap, hands it off to Brooks. Brooks stutters at the 10, still goes at the 5, falls forward. He's going to be close to a first down. If he doesn't have it, it will be very short, but I think he does. Should be first and goal at the 3-yard line. Another great run by this Bearcat offense.
I'm going to tell you, this was going to be a quick game tonight, Cal. We like to run the football, and so do they. But, I mean, the officials remind me of Cabot, Arkansas. They're putting it down. It's from the Alexandria Association, by the way, doing a very good job here in the early going, but they're keeping the pace of this game.
It is 41 degrees outside.
It feels great in here.
Shotgun for
Going to wear shorts. My wife told me I was crazy. I said it's going to be a nice 70 degrees in the press box.
Shotgun formation, handoff again to Brooks, and he'll bounce back inside the line and just gets to the line of scrimmage.
I wonder if that was Brantley's read. We're going to see a pull like we did against Zachary in the Superdome for the state championship, because that one go around the edge. I think he's got the speed back, but Jordan the Jet Hayes coming in. And Kyle, I want to tell you, you're looking, we got Carswell on the sideline tonight. But it seems like I thought that Southside might travel a little more than what they did. But they have radio and a stream, but it's kind of get warmed up a little bit, get this crowd more active.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line. Bearcats go in the gun. Jordan Hayes in at tailback. Smith in motion. Brantley takes the snap, and he'll just follow his blockers. It bounces back inside and for the score. And Ruston retakes the lead, 13-7 on a 3-yard touchdown run by Josh Brantley.
The focus on Southside, that's what I saw earlier on the play, Kyle. all of their everything, the concentrations on the inside, keeping Jordan the Jet Hayes and Dyline from going to the inside. That's why Dyline had success on the outside, and that was opened up. Good read from Brantley to give the Bearcats a 13-7 lead.
First drive of the night for Ruston, 52 yards. That one was for 53. Here we go with another point after attempt by Jack Elliott. Good snap, good hold, and a really good kick. 3:23 to go in the first. Our score, Ruston 14, Southside 7. Back at 30 seconds from the Wood Marine broadcast booth. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Dan and I started Cummins and Fitz in October of 2018. We were both practicing family law and identified a need in our community.
A divorce is often one of the most traumatic and stressful experiences of a person's life. As family law attorneys, we are dealing with divorce, custody, child support, spousal support, and community property petitions. We understand that these issues are complex and that our clients need personalized, focused attention. We hope that you'll trust us when choosing who to represent you should you find yourself going through a divorce.
First quarter, Ruston with another touchdown drive, 14-7. The Bearcats have the lead over the Southside Sharks. Joaquin Ramos to kick it away from his own 40-yard line.
Wouldn't surprise me if we saw the pooch kick here, because last time Bearcats kicked it deep, they did return it to the 37-38.
And, a little bit of an onside attempt.
They got it. Bearcats got it.
Bearcats recover.
Oh, Bearcats got it. I believe number 20 fell on that for the Bearcats.
Number 20, Alex Hunt.
Alex Hunt with a great, again, hands team, offense and defense kicking. So great job. Give Southside Sharks a little bit of their own medicine, Kyle.
Yep.
You can squib kick, but great job from Ramos and really a great job by the coverage team.
So first down and 10, Ruston at the 50-yard line after recovering the onside kick.
You go for the home run here on first down?
3:20 to go in the first. Ruston up 14-7 over the Southside. Jordan the Jet Hayes in at tailback stands to the right of Josh Brantley. Two receivers near side. Ahmad Hudson lines up off the line. Far side receiver Caleb Hampton for Ruston. Brantley, quick pass to the running back, and that's Hayes. Makes the move at the 35, spins at the 30-yard line. Another huge gain by the Bearcats, and that is a 22-yard pickup for the Jet. So first down and 10 for Ruston. Ball at the 28-yard line of Southside.
Good. You're starting to see the Bearcats flex their muscles. It started here now, but offensive line really looking good tonight. Kyle, we're going to see what Carswell sees out of that offensive line here in just a minute.
Brantley from the gun. He'll hand it off to Hayes again. He bounces outside, 25 to the 20, and picks up 8 on the play. And let's go down to Matthew Carswell.
Every time the ball comes out of the line of scrimmage, they're blowing at least 3 or 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, so to really open up the hole for the Bearcats.
Thank you, Matthew Carswell. Second down and 2. Ball at the 20-yard line. And let's see, we have another timeout?
Is it injury or timeout?
We will keep the play clock with the back judge on the field. Disengage the play clock. Thank you.
Play clock has gone out on one end.
And so I think they're going to have to turn it off on the other one, too.
Yes.
So it'll be second down and 2. Ball at the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Bearcats. Jordan Parker in at wide receiver to the far side. Brantley puts Smith in motion. Takes the snap. Designed run for the quarterback to the 20, 15, stutter step at the 10, breaks a tackle at the 5, but this one's coming back. There's a penalty marker down at the 18-yard line, and so we'll let them sort this out. So a flag down, and where it was thrown, it's likely going to go against Ruston, but we'll wait and see. Personal foul, they're going to call, they're going to call it on... They're going to call it on Southside. And so this will keep the drive going. So I love it when I'm wrong. especially when it benefits the Ruston Bearcats when I predict a penalty, and so we will certainly take it. And this will put it first and goal at the 3-yard line. So 2:10 left to go in the first quarter. Ruston 14, Southside 7. I formation coming up for the Bearcats. 2 tight end set. And Ahmad Hudson on the far side. It's a quick toss to Hayes, and he's in easily for another score. And now the Bearcats are up by a pair of touchdowns, 20-7 as we await the extra point. And that drive was capped off after the onside kick for a 50-yard touchdown drive, 3-yard touchdown by the Jet. So just a simple first and goal toss. 1:53 left to go in the first quarter, and Ruston up. Hopefully when Jack Elliott knocks this one through, be up 21-7. And it is good. 1:53 to go in the first. Bearcats 21, Sharks 7. Back at 30 seconds from the Wood Marine broadcast booth. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
First Ruston invites you to join them on Sundays at 8:30, 9:45, or 11 a.m. We offer kids worship at all 3 services. On Wednesday nights, students meet at the Powerhouse. Middle school students at 5:30, high school students at 6:45. Our mission is to help you find God's plan for your life in a fun, friendly, encouraging environment. For more church info or to watch our services online, we invite you to visit fbcruston.org. We're saving a seat for you at first.
And a lot of rushing and very little passing, but it is working well for the Bearcats so far. Ruston has had 3 drives, all have ended in touchdowns. Southside has only had 1 drive, it ended in a touchdown. And Ramos, another onside attempt, bounces high, and let's see. Ball on the turf at the 40, and the Bearcat.
Southside got it. Yeah, but that took a great bounce. That's exactly what you look for out of your kicker. Get that hop, hop, boom, the big third hop, and it was a great job, just a good job by Southside recovering it. Do understand you have a little technical difficulties not hearing our sideline mic. We are working on that, so it's not our intention for you not to hear Matthew Carswell. It's not like we don't want you to hear the sideline guy. We hear him great in the booth, but here's the deal. You're at a high school. You've got a sideline mic, a ref mic, and replays. We're working on a work in progress. Certainly appreciate you listening on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Destrehan up 7-6 in the first quarter at Airline. West Monroe trailing Central 7-0. And it is a quarterback keeper for Deese, and he'll have the first down past midfield.
Deese is a tough guy to bring down. He can run, but again, Kyle, one thing you have to be leery of, the pitch man is open on that. We've got to send someone out with a pitch man, and they're attacking right up the middle, so they're not going at Kavarian Key. They're not going at Peyton Bell. So our D tackles got to, well, if they're going right at Kavarian, you're going to have to make a play here up the middle.
First down and 10, Southside at the Ruston 49-yard line. Wing formation. And in a world where there's so much of a spread offense, this is what football looked like for 100 years, as it is a toss to Singleton, and he's going to lose 4 on the play. Trendon Moore gets into the backfield and brings Ramon Singleton down for a loss of 4. Second down and 14 now. Minute 5 left to go in the first. Ruston 21, Southside 7. The winner of this one will go on to play the winner of Airline and Destrehan. And the Destrehan Wildcats have a 7-6 lead in the first quarter over the Airline Vikings. If Airline wins, the winner of this one will be traveling to Bossier next week. If Ruston and Destrehan both win, this game will be played right here. Singleton in motion again. And it is a quarterback keeper. Deese breaks 1 tackle, gets a yard on the play at best, and it will be 3rd down and 13. And that might have been the last play of the first quarter. 22 seconds to go in the first. Ruston up 21-7 over Southside. Ball at the Southside 48-yard line. They're in no rush to get this play off. Well, they're going to line up. And that will end the first quarter of play. Ruston up after the first quarter, brought to you by Kim Dupree State Farm, 21-7. Back after this, you're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com. Down and 13, ball at the 48-yard line for the Southside Sharks. Ruston up in this one 21-7. As we start our second quarter, which tonight is being brought to you by Pierce Lumber. Deese under center, puts a man in motion. Drops back to throw. Goes downfield, throws it into triple coverage. Oh, and it's knocked away. Aiden Anding actually knocked it out of Fabo Stringfellow's hands, and they're getting up having a good laugh about that one. It'll be fourth down and 13.
You know, that's something you don't see Southside, the Sharks, do very often, is that put the ball in the air. And that one, you could tell Kyle actually looked uncomfortable making that play. But now here's something. Aiden Anding last week was not back to return punts for the Bearcats. It was Davis DeMoss. Tonight we've got Anding back to return the punt.
Owen Bashirs to punt this one away for the Sharks, standing at his own 33-yard line. We're going to try Matthew Carswell after this punt. Oh, not a good punt at all. This will go out of bounds. Ruston will have stellar field position to start this drive.
We call that Shankopotamus at the Brown household. Carswell, tell me what you see out of the energy out of the defense.
They are on cloud nine right now. They see a big momentum swing after that horrible punt by Southside there, and hopefully they can take a big play and throw it over the top here.
Thank you, Carswell. 11:46 to go in the first half. Ruston up 21-7. Bearcats will have great field position after holding Southside to a 3-and-out. So first and 10, Ruston at its own 49-yard line.
And Kyle, this is one just looking over the schedule. A lot of football left to play. Bearcats lead at 21-7, but really forcing their will on the Sharks.
Shotgun set and design run for the quarterback. Brantley into Sharks territory. Gain of 3 on the play to the 48-yard line. That punt, gosh, that was a 3-yard punt for Owen Bashirs, and it'll be second down and 7.
That will hurt your average, I can tell you. That is one, and I think you look and you go through in the schedule, and a lot of football left to play. So I see a lot of people leaving. Don't head early. Stay out. Still a lot of football left to play here. I will tell you we've had a malfunction on our play clocks. The one on the cat box side has gone out, so they're keeping that on the field.
West Monroe and Central tied at 7. Brantley goes up the far sideline, caught by Hudson. He's inside the 20-yard line. That's a first down catch for Ahmad Hudson. Moves the chains, and this Bearcat offense firing on all cylinders tonight.
I don't see how he caught that one. Just really great hands again. You look at it and you say, you know what, he's just a tall guy out jumping people. No, he's running routes. Great guy in space.
Brantley from the gun again, hands it off, and Brooks met in the backfield, loses 2 on the play, back to the 20-yard line.
One of the few plays that have not worked here in the first half, Kyle.
Again, Destrehan leading Airline 7-6. West Monroe and Central are tied at 7, and Neville up 7-0 over Chalmette.
And check Chalmette, is that 24 seed making a run? Wonder if they had like players that were out or injured that came back, but certainly a great job for a 24 to get to the quarterfinals.
I formation, Brantley under center, Brooks in at tailback. And he'll hand it off to Lander Smith, the fullback, and he gets nothing. Just back to the line of scrimmage, if that. Pierce Lumber is our local Ace Hardware dealer in Ruston and the place to get grade A lumber, Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Big Green eggs, and so much more. Pierce Lumber is on Burgessville Road right off Highway 33 in Ruston. So this is a long third down coming up as the Southside defense has really dug its heels in here deep in its own territory. Bearcats up 21-7 with 9:45 to go in the first half. Brantley with a play fake, has some time. Looks down the field and passes almost picked off. And let me tell you, he had Jordan Parker wide open.
All right, but here's the question now. If you're Jared Ball here, you haven't kicked a field goal that often during the season. Are you going to truck Jack Elliott out on the field and attempt that? And I think the offense is going to stay in. You're right on the cusp of that range, by the way. And I want to tell you, I want you to notice something. Elliott been great on the extra points, Kyle. Something has been off. Zachary was getting him out of the rhythm on the snap and the hold last week. Something really have to work on this week.
4th down and 14 to go. Ball at the Southside 21 for the Bearcats. Empty backfield. Brantley takes the snap. Drops back, fires, has a man open, and it's a score! Darius James with a 21-yard touchdown reception. And the Bearcats extend the lead on another 4th down touchdown.
Absolutely. How do you get that wide open? Great route. Darius James ran it. Brantley put it right on the numbers. And Bearcats running away with this one, Kyle, here in the first half. After this Elliott extra point, will go up 28-7.
4 touchdown drives for Ruston, Nick. Get ready for this. 52, 53, 50, 51 yards.
It's a good offensive day.
Oh, wait, we have a penalty marker down. Back at the 32, and Southside's coach is just absolutely having a fit. Jess Curtis not happy with this officiating crew. We'll see if we can hear. Touchdown is good. After the play, unsportsmanlike on
Ruston. He pointed to Ruston.
So
you got to back it up a little bit. I see Elliott trotting down the field, well within his range. Well, they didn't back it up. I guess it's going to be enforced on the kickoff, or
I would assume so at this point.
Or did he point the wrong direction?
Well, we'll certainly find out. 9:29 to go in the first half. Ruston up in this one, 27-7, as we await the extra point from Jack Elliott. W Nations and Hunter Smith will be our halftime show for you. Stick around, you're not going to want to miss that.
I believe I know what Jess Curtis is upset about.
Point after is up, and it's good, and Nick Brown is going to tell you about that when we come back. Ruston leads 28-7, 9:29 to go in the first half. From the Wood Marine broadcast booth, this is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Ruston High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Right, meow. As the Bearcats will kick off from their own 25-yard line after the unsportsmanlike penalty on Ruston.
All right, you go back to what Curtis was so upset about. We didn't watch it on the replay. Dylan Brooks, the old pick play, that's how Darius James got wide open.
Yeah.
Bearcats probably got it. Well, they got away with one on that play. So but we'll take it. Bearcats lead at 28-7.
I guess my question, if the penalty was during the play, how does the touchdown count? Ramos with a low squib kick. It will roll all the way to the 39. And so the runner will fall on top of the football at the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 Southside at their own 40-yard line. 9:28 left to go in the first half. Ruston 28, Southside 7. Some other quick scores here in the Pierce Lumber second quarter. in our Wood Marine broadcast booth. A very chilly night tonight. Neville up 14-0. Rebels and Central tied at 7. Destrehan still up on Airline 7-6. That's the last score that we have out in Bossier.
I'm going to go to Carswell in just a minute, checking on that. Just always work in progress. Glad to have that sideline mic. I actually did the sideline for a few years for these Bearcats, so appreciate his yeoman's work out in the cold tonight.
Deese hands it off up the middle. Nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Carswell, what did you see on that touchdown play that had Jess Curtis and Southside Sharks so upset?
Down here on the field level, you couldn't tell if it was a pick or not, but it was the same play that they scored last week on that wheel route, and he was wide open. It was a great catch by the Jet, but down here you couldn't really see the pick that he was arguing about.
All right, appreciate you, Carswell, down on the sidelines for the Bearcats.
And the new quarterback is checked in. Thank you, Luke Forrester. Cruz Holden in, and he will hand it up off the far side to Singleton. Spins at the 44-yard line. And he'll be down at the 45, a 5-yard pickup on the play. So a quarterback change for Southside. So 3rd down and 5. Ruston up 28-7 with 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter for a chance to head to the semifinals for the 3rd year in a row. And
I thought it was a false start. They're pointing at the Bearcats. No flag on the play, Kyle.
Well, we'll see. They're going to call this on. Offsides on the defense. So the defense jumped as Singleton was going in motion. And 3rd and 5 will become 1st down and 10. Joaquin Ramos over on the sideline, getting looked at by both Coach Dunbar and Coach Brister. Jack Elliott staying warm on the stationary bike. 1st down and 10 Southside at the 50-yard line.
Last time we saw Elliott kick off was when we went to Dallas, wasn't it, Arlington?
I believe so. Holden keeps it himself, gets a 5, maybe 6-yard pickup on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And that last kickoff, when you went on that onside kick, it's almost like hitting across your body, those that are good at golf. And I'm not, when you basically have the hook. But it was an awkward kick, and I watched it, just a trajectory of the football. And I thought, you know what, that's one where you'll pull a muscle. So we'll see when the Bearcats score again if Elliott goes out to kick off.
2nd down and 4, ball at the Bearcat 44-yard line. Holden under center, again in the wing formation. Holden takes the snap, keeps it himself, and stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. A 3-yard pickup on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Leaves Zarek Hill and Peyton Bailey in on that tackle for the Bearcats, Kyle. And you know what's really, you're going to have success early like they did, but really as soon as Peyton Bell, Zarek Hill, Kavarian Key, Rakeem Potts, and Keegan Goldsmith get settled in, it's going to be tough sledding against that defensive line.
3rd down and 1. Ball at the Bearcat 41-yard line. This is 4-down territory no matter how you slice it if you're the Sharks.
Ball location, and you're down 28-7.
Cruz Holden, the senior quarterback, under center, takes the snap and fell forward. I think that play was busted up, but still got the 2 yards that he needed. That's a 1st down pickup. He replaces Parker Dees at quarterback and keeps the drive going.
And this is one, Kyle, you have a 28-7 lead. You're in the quarterfinals of playoffs. You don't want to get complacent. You don't want to give a touchdown up right before half, 6:30 remaining. And Bearcats receive the ball to start the ball game, so we know that Southside is going to receive it to start the second half. It's a 28-14, 28-21. So really need to hold them out of the end zone on this possession.
1st down and 10, Southside at the Bearcat 39. Holden puts a man in motion. That's Singleton. And he puts his shoulder pad into a defender at the 36-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play.
Yeah, Zarek Hill's like a Mack truck. As soon as they hit, you just momentum stop. Great job by Hill on that tackle for the Bearcats.
That's Newtonian physics right there. For every action,
Newtonian, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Man, you did listen in physical science. Don't even teach that course anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
2nd down and 7. Ball at the Bearcat 36. Destrehan 21, Airline 13 in the second quarter. Holden, and he'll keep it himself. Gets wrapped up from behind. A 1-yard pickup on the play to the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6. 5:25 to go in the first half. Ruston up 28-7.
Did these get injured or they just make that change?
I feel like they just made a change just to spark something. And so far, I mean, you know, they've been able to move the ball. I guess this drive so far going to this about yard number 25.
See Ahmad Hudson down talking to Elliott trying to get on the bike. I think I know who would win that battle, but Elliott and Hudson down on the bike, staying loose.
3rd down and 6. Every time Singleton goes in motion and then just does that
I think it's a false start. I'm really. It's like the Meerkat, too. I think that's a false start. Now, look, everybody's up. Okay, they got to take a timeout here.
So, timeout. No, delay of game.
All right,
Southside, so this is coming back.
All right, now here's the thing. If you're Southside here, I would be upset at this one because the play clocks are not working. And so since they're working on one end and not the other, you don't use them on either one.
So 3rd down and 11.
And keeping the clock rolling, only 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Appreciate everyone listening on Q94 and watching on the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Ruston will be kicking off to start the second half. 3rd down and 11. Ball back at the 40-yard line after the delay of game. Holden in the wing formation under center, puts a man in motion. Drops back to throw, has to get rid of it quickly. Gets it to his H-back behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose 2 yards back to the 42-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and long.
Now, I'm going to give him credit on that tackle, number 63, Kavarian Key. Got to tell you a funny story about Kavarian Key's in the radio class, and he was going live. He does your quote of the day. And I told him that if he didn't go live, that I was going to give all his tackles to Rakeem Potts. And Hudson Wilkerson come to me. I said, man, Kavarian, you've turned the key. You're going live every day. Huddy pulls me aside and said, Coach, he believed you. He thinks you're giving Rakeem his tackles. So, does a great job on the radio. Really enjoy having him in class.
Good on Rakeem the Dream as he brings the runner down for a loss. And it will be 4th down and 13. Last punt was for 3 yards. This one is much better. Anning will let this go over his head, and it will bounce inside the 5. And, that's going to be close. Yep, it is a touchback, and Southside got a little too cute. It looked like he could have fallen on it close to the 2-yard line. He let it roll just a little bit further. Ruston has it 1st and 10 at their 20.
All right, not sure what happened here. We're going to check on, I believe that's Peyton Bell was on the top. He's up, jogging off. I thought maybe he was down for a minute, but he's good to go. Bearcats going to have it with 3:26 remaining here in the first half.
A very cold night by Ruston, Louisiana standards. It is 40 degrees. Thankfully, it's not windy. That would make this so much worse for our fans that are here. And the stands have packed, thankfully. It was a little
sparse for a while.
At first, but understandably so with how cold it is outside. But when your team is in the quarterfinals, the rear ends need to be in the seats, and that's the case tonight.
They do, but I think this was a year of travel for a lot of Bearcats. You know, like 1 year your family comes here, you go there. But a lot of my peers were going out of town this Thanksgiving.
Shotgun formation, Brantley hands it off to Hayes, and Hayes gets tripped up at the line. No gain on the play.
Very conservative. Sharks have 2 timeouts. Bearcats have a full complement of timeouts.
West Monroe and Central are still tied at 7.
Not a surprise to me on West Monroe.
Let me tell you, after what I saw week 10 out at West Monroe on senior night, and we shut them out 36-0, I want to give credit to that Rebel team for making it to the quarters and being really in a winnable game against Central, the number 4 seed. Shotgun formation, 2nd down and 10. Brantley keeps it himself, and his forward progress has, the ball is out, and Southside has recovered. I thought his forward, we got the side judge saying that the forward progress, and oh my goodness, the Southside coaching staff is furious right now. Forward progress had him down just with a 1-yard loss. But that ball came out all the way back inside the 5. And a timeout taken by Southside. We'll take this one too. A really good break for the Ruston Bearcats as they lead 21-7 with 2:19 left to go in the first half. From the Wood Marine broadcast booth, this is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Step into the winner's circle with a John Deere tractor from Goldman Equipment. Shop North and Central Louisiana's largest John Deere dealer. Goldman Equipment. We're not just in your field, we're in your backyard. Thank you for calling Goldman Equipment. How can I help you?
And 11 with 2:19 to go in the second quarter, which is brought to you by Pierce Lumber. We're going to go down to Matthew Carswell after this play because I'd love to hear his take on whether the Southside coaching staff has an argument to make here. As Brantley's forward progress, apparently they blew the whistle and he was down at the line of scrimmage, but the ball came out inside the 10. Empty backfield, quick screen to Parker. Parker outside to the 20, 25, and he is tackled just shy of the first down marker at the 28-yard line. I believe he stayed in bounds. That should keep the clock going as we get close to the 2-minute mark. And Hayes, slow to get up. Oh, you hate to see that. Jordan Hayes can't put any weight on his right ankle, and he comes over to the sideline. And he's going to get looked at by this coaching staff. Matthew Carswell, let's go back to that potential fumble on the play. What did you see?
Well, as soon as the defense had Brantley bear hug, that's when I saw the referee coming in, blowing his whistle and marking him dead. So it might have been a break for the Bearcats, but since they had him bear hug, that's when he blew the whistle and blew it dead.
Thank you, Carswell. And we're going to, if you would, Matthew, kind of keep your eye on Jordan Hayes. Gingerly just had to come off the field as the punt up by Ramos, fielded at the 42-yard line by Southside. And hardly any return, if at all. Derek Collins in for the Sharks.
I will tell you, that was a great job by Ramos. Maybe not the longest punt he's ever had, but he did battle some injuries. Don't know if it's Achilles or what it may be. Looked like really tight. And just to get that ball down the field, and a great job by the coverage team of the Bearcats preventing a return. So we'll keep an eye on Ramos.
Destrehan still up, 21-13 in the second quarter on the Airline Vikings. That is the number 10 Destrehan Wildcats, the number 2 Airline Vikings out in Bossier, Louisiana. And again, the winner of that will play the winner of this. First and 10 Southside, holding in at quarterback under center. And they'll drop back to throw. Fires just a duck up in the field, and Jaden Anding intercepts it to the 35, 40. Anding past midfield, tripped up at the 47-yard line. And Anding returns it 23 yards. First down and 10, Ruston at the Southside 47-yard line.
I want to tell you, for a first down play, that one was not a desperation play. They do not have the ability to throw the football, not only against our secondary, but just really that was a very poor pass. Great job from Andy to intercept that and get the good return. See if the Bearcats can take advantage of it, Kyle, with 1:29 remaining here in the first half.
So first down and 10. Bearcats have it at the Southside 47.
Jordan the Jet Hayes was hit from behind a few minutes ago, so I'm not going to see him. A heavy dose of Dylan Brooks in the backfield now for the Bearcats.
Shotgun formation. And Brantley, no, the ball is snapped over his right shoulder, and he has to fall back on top of it. And that was a good break because they could have lost more than just 5 yards.
Well, I tell you what threw that play off, Kyle. Looked like a right side of our line jumped, false start. Bearcats got away with one on that one. And I really think that Brantley and Brooks both thought the flag was coming and weren't expecting the ball to be snapped. So Bearcats caught another break here. Need to take advantage of it, Kyle, with 1:05 remaining. Of course, the Sharks are going to receive the second half kickoff. Bearcats lead at 28-7. You want to stay right here. Great halftime show planned for you tonight.
Jordan Parker goes in motion. Brantley under center. Play fake, and he'll roll to his left. Has a little bit of time, dumps it off to the fullback, and Southside read that perfectly. And no gain on the play, and a timeout appears to be taken by Ruston. Yes, it is. 45 seconds to go in the half. Ruston up 28-7 over Southside. From the Wood Marine broadcast booth, we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, HGA is a full-service project management and engineering services firm providing professional services to clients throughout the U.S. and overseas. HGA builds long-term client relationships by listening to clients, leveraging the experience of its professional team, and delivering on its commitments. HGA is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
Thirty-five seconds to go in the first half. Ruston 28, Southside 7. And the Bearcats took the timeout to keep this 2-minute offense going. This is one of those situational things that Jared Ball likes to work on when he has the chance. Shotgun formation, Brantley back to throw. Play fake. Fires way downfield, has James, and James hauls it in inside the 10-yard line. What a grab by Darius James, and it will be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. My goodness. James hauled that in beautifully, and with 35 seconds to go in the first half, actually they'll back it up to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal at the 8. Shotgun set, and Brantley, he'll keep it himself, comes to the outside to the 5. He's in for the score. Bearcats extend the lead 34-7 with 19 seconds to go in the first half. It's all Ruston here at the Hoss tonight. 8-yard touchdown run that was set up.
Darius James on just a great catch. I tell you what, great guy. Took the radio class a few years ago. Stops by, asks can he go live on the air. Of course, we always oblige. But Darius James with a great catch, but a great pass from Brantley. Now Elliott in. I'm anxious to see who's going to kick off here for the Bearcats with just 19 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So Elliott to kick this one, this point after. With 19 seconds, Ruston up 34-7. And over in Bossier, Destrehan 34, Airline 13. Elliott's point after is up. Good. 19 seconds to go in the first half. Ruston 35, Southside 7. Back after this, you're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you, we know the importance of proper planning and location management. With our extensive knowledge of the area, we're able to create individualized solutions for our clients. We work closely with our community leaders to understand growth in the area. Ensuring successful win-win relationships for our clients is what we do best.
Out to kick off, Kyle. So apparently, and then Chris Brister, you don't take it for granted. Guy does a great job keeping these Bearcats healthy, and whatever difficulties he was having, he certainly worked those out.
So Joaquin Ramos to kick off from the 40-yard line. Again, the Bearcats will kick off to start the second half of play, and Ruston leads comfortably 35-7 late in the first half. Pooch kick, and it will bounce at the 23.
Nobody's going to get on it.
Nobody's there for it. And Southside finally has a returner, and he's tackled from behind at the 40-yard line. And the tackle was made by for the Bearcats. It looks like, I believe that was Colt Larry. Was that number 9?
I think it was number 9. And what's interesting now, you watch this is something, Kyle, we need to pay attention to. Ramos struggled kicking that football, and he's hobbling off the field. See if the Bearcats use Jack Elliott to end the kickoff in the second half. And that one, that really doesn't concern me as far as the return, because you see that quite often. They fumbled, mishandled the snap, unable to get something out of it. I believe Southside just going to.
Look like they're about to take a knee. The Sharks do take the knee, and that will end the first half of play. It's all Bearcats here tonight at the Hoss on a cold fall night. Ruston leads 35-7 heading into the halftime locker room. We'll go to our halftime show. You're listening to Ruston High Football here in the Wood Marine broadcast booth on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com. Bearcats up 35-7.
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, Hunt Forest Products manufactures a variety of plywood lumber and other specialty wood products to meet a wide variety of building and manufacturing needs. Hunt Forest Products is family-owned and operated, practices sustainable forestry, and provides more than 400 Louisiana jobs. Hunt Forest Products is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
And on a journey towards the best dentistry with exceptional care, you need travel no further than the heart of Ruston. There you will find the team behind Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. It's a goal built on the tradition of excellence established more than 60 years ago, a legacy in superior dental care and unparalleled customer service. It's a journey worth taking and one we're proud to make with you. Come experience the best dentistry and exceptional customer service. Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. There's a story behind every smile.
When it comes to physical therapy, there's one name to know. That's Johnson Physical Therapy. And as always,
Louisiana National Bank is the official bank of Ruston High Athletics. As a proud community partner and supporter of local education, we're excited to cheer on the Bearcats. Experience uncommon banking today at Louisiana National Bank. To learn more, visit ln.bank.
Here for your Bearcat Bells. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and please direct your attention as the Ruston High School Band takes the field to continue your halftime entertainment.
Tonight, we're happy to present music that we hope everyone will enjoy, featuring music from the early 80s, starting with a song performed by Tommy Two-Tone that led to a fad of people prank calling unsuspecting victims by dialing 867-5309 and asking for Jenny. The Ruston High School Band continues tonight's halftime presentation with a song by Michael Jackson that was awarded 2 Grammys and an American Music Award. It is frequently featured in lists of the best songs of all time and is included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. And now, Billie Jean. To end tonight's halftime presentation, the Ruston High School Band will play Crazy Train. Crazy Train is the debut solo single by English heavy metal singer Ozzy Osbourne, released in 1980. The lyrics deal with the subject of the Cold War and the fear of annihilation that existed during that period. Okay, Bearcat fans, it's time to get off your seat and on your feet. It is time for the Cats to spell out. Okay, fans, give me a C. Give me an A. Give me a T. Give me an F. What's that spell? Louder. One more time. The Ruston High School band is under the command of Randy Ranger and Katie Breeder. Homeland captain is Sarah Cherry. Brass captain is David Peterson. Drumline captain is Martin Peterson. Clarinet captain is Elizabeth Short. The band staff manager is Brittany Gutierrez. The band director is Mr. Walton Hall. Margaret Illustrator band director is Mr. Paul Crawford. Flightline coach is Abby Palmer and Ms. Emily Cook. The band parent organization director is Mr. Ryan Pierce. And I am Victor Carter, the voice of the Bearcat Band. Good night. Tonight's halftime sponsor, Statewide Health Advisor.
Provision Security says go Bearcats and offers everything you need for residential and commercial security, camera systems, alarms, alarm monitoring, networking, audio, visual installation, and home entertainment. All cameras can be viewed on your smartphone as well as activating the alarm. Competitive rates and friendly service as we strive for perfection. Provision Security, preserving your past, protecting your future.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Skip Russell for a quote today.
Tammy Patterson from Vanguard Realty is a Ruston High alum who proudly supports the Bearcats. Let Tammy Patterson handle all of your real estate needs. Call Tammy at 318-245-9872 or 318-855-2925. That's Tammy Patterson from Vanguard Realty.
Hunter Smith, class of 1999, and Josh Beckham, class of 2006, are firmly founded. Contact us for two Bearcats who will be a trusted advisor in your next sell or purchase of recreational, investment, or hunting property. Go Cats!
I'm Brett Brown, and when I want fireworks, there is only one place I go, and that is Family Fireworks. Family Fireworks supports all Ruston High activities. John, Barbara, Jim, Jennifer, and Philip Ford are all Ruston High graduates. Family Fireworks is located at 116 UPS Road off Highway 33 in Ruston. We are the tent in the back. Just like you celebrate Bearcat and Lady Bearcat victories, come celebrate your firework holidays with us. We have been making memories for over 20 years. Come have fun with Family Fireworks. Ford Family says go big Ruston.
I'm Murphy DeMoss, and welcome to Tip of the Week. It's crucial to know when it's okay to have your tire repaired and when it should be replaced. If a tire loses air pressure, it must be removed from the wheel for a complete internal inspection. Tires that are run underinflated or flat for even a short period of time can be damaged beyond repair. See your pros for your tire repair today and experience the difference at Walpole Tire and Service in either Ruston.
Expected out of this contest.
That's right.
I knew they couldn't throw the football. I think now you got to look at it, Toby. One thing concerning to me.
Hunter, thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Nick. Great job.
Back to the sideline, your Ruston Bearcats.
Well, we are so thankful for Toby Nations and Hunter Smith for the great job that they have been doing on our halftime shows for these last few weeks. And so Ruston has a 35-7 lead over the Southside Sharks as we get ready to start the second half of play. It has been all Bearcats since basically midway through the first quarter. The Sharks were able to tie the game up 7-7 on their first offensive drive on the night, but ever since then it has been all Bearcats all the way. And so Ruston High again with a good lead here. We'll take a 60-second break as we get you ready for the start of the second half of play. Ruston leads at halftime 35-7. Back in 60 seconds. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Hi, I'm Christian Lewis from the Bearcat Nation Network. We are a student-operated broadcasting group dedicated to bringing quality entertainment through the streaming of Ruston High athletic events. We rely on donations from the community to keep our operations running. Please consider donating or purchasing an ad to keep the Bearcat Nation Network your source for Ruston High sports.
Halftime was a little bit longer tonight. Last week we had the band. Of course, the band performed tonight, and so did the Bearcat Bells, but it seemed like 20 minutes a little bit long tonight. That's something we got used to out in the state of Texas, but now in the playoffs, Bearcats been with a 20-minute halftime, and Ramos is out to kick off, Kyle. We'll keep an eye on him and his leg and what the Bearcats' philosophy here is on this kickoff to start the second half.
Bearcats with a 35-7 lead over Southside. And here is the kickoff to start the third quarter of play, and Ramos will kick it to the 19-yard line, returned by the Sharks. And, well, spinning out of a tackle, that is Collins going up the far side, and he'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Make that the 33, a first down and 10 for Southside. And again, scores that we're watching tonight. Our friends at Go Preps on ScoreStream, at one point, they had Destrehan up 34-13. We realized that was actually a mistake by the software, but the latest score we've heard was 42-27. But Go Preps has Destrehan up 35-27. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on that one because the winner of this game will play the winner of Destrehan and Airline. And so far, Ruston up big in this one, 35-7 over a team that does not throw the ball very well. It is a quick toss. No, it's a double reverse, and looks like the receiver's going to try to pass, and he is going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And I think you look at that as a desperation out of the Southside Sharks, trailing 35-7, and then what do you have to do? And that is, that's something that is creative, but the Bearcats were not fooled, and it's going to be tough to fool the secondary with the Anding brothers, Stringfellow, and just a great job by the Bearcats. Shut that down.
That was Jaden Moncrief, the wide receiver, trying the pass. He'll lose 3 yards, second down and 13. Again, as the Bearcats up 35-7 as we get the second half underway. Quarterback goes under center, and it is Deese again, and the runner will lose a yard on the play. It'll bring up third down and 13.
And Cal, what do you do here if you're Southside? Really, you can't pass the football, and now your whole 35-7.
It is certainly an upward climb. And now Go Preps has Destrehan up 48-27 at halftime over Airline. Third down and 13. Deese back to throw. And he'll fire one to the right side. That pass is caught, but it's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards. That's going to be a 13-yard pickup on the play to the Southside 42-yard line. It'll be fourth down and short. And here comes the Sharks offense.
You have to. I mean, you absolutely have to. You're down 35-7, and any punt would be a sign of waving the white flag, and so they're going to go for it here.
And in motion, and now these will look back towards the sideline for the call. 10-18 left to go in the third quarter. Ruston up 35-7. Handoff up the middle, and it's not going to be enough for a first down. A turnover on downs. Bearcats will have it. 1st and 10 at the Southside 43-yard line.
Now, you're my rule expert, and
No,
I'm not going to go there. Actually, you're correct. You're not. Maybe we should ask Carswell. Is there a running clock in the playoffs?
There is. We're getting the nod from one of our LHSAA officials, and so, yes, there would be a running clock if we get up by 42 points. So far, it's a 28-point lead, 35-7. So a Southside turnover on downs gives the Bearcats good field position to start this drive. Dylon Brooks checks in, I formation. We may have seen the last of Jordan the Jet Hayes, who hurt his ankle back in the second quarter. Play fake. Brantley back to throw. Hit from his blind side, but he'll fire downfield to Parker and knocked away. Davin Capdeville for Southside hits it to the turf.
Now, when it goes out, the Southside team comes in with a regular season record of 7-2. They were 6-1 in their district. They opened up the season with a loss to Notre Dame out of Crowley. Some other teams on their schedule: Madison Prep, Lafayette, Barb, Sam Houston, Sulphur, Acadiana, Karen Crow, and New Iberia. Look at that Acadiana. They lost to Acadiana 43-10, and that should have been an indication. That was a team that the Bearcats defeated to start the season, so they lost to Acadiana by 33 late in the year.
Handoff up the middle to the fullback. Lander Smith drags tacklers. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he only got 9. It'll be 3rd down and 1. 9:55 left to go in the third. Ruston 35, Southside 7. And if this score is accurate, and we're going to assume it is, over in Bossier, a combined 75 first-half points. Destrehan leads 48-27. Hand up the middle again to the fullback, and Smith gets the first down pickup. Back-to-back runs for 9 yards for Lander Smith. Move the sticks again, and it will be first down for Ruston.
Blocking in and tied in for the Bearcats, number 16, Cullen Clark.
Brantley under center again. Jordan Parker, the receiver on the far side. 2 tight end set. I formation, 20 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time to snap this football. Brantley, quick toss to the near side. That's Brooks. Brooks cuts back up the middle. Gets to the 20-yard line. Make that the 21.
Brooks looks a lot better this week than he did last week. It is really, week off has been good for him out of school. No, they practiced. And that is one thing, too. You mentioned something in the pregame. You know, when we have that off week, sometimes it can be difficult. The fall break, we get through that, and I think they've really overcome that obstacle quite well this week.
Oh, the focus has been stellar for Ruston tonight. Outside of giving up the first touchdown drive of the night for Southside, Ruston has looked unstoppable on both sides of the football. Shotgun formation, Brantley hands it off to Brooks. Brooks inside the 20. Bearcats have it in the red zone again. He's tackled at the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Our third quarter tonight brought to you by the fine folks at the Lincoln Parish Journal.
I read it every day.
It's the LPJ.
And you know what? You got some great articles written by Malcolm Butler. I actually put that ahead of Wordle.
There's other writers, too, from what I understand. 3rd down and 2. Josh Brantley under center. And it is a hand. Nope. Quarterback keeper, and Brantley spins inside the 10-5. Brantley will score another touchdown for senior quarterback Josh Brantley. And Ruston extends the lead with 7:57 to go in the third, and he broke 4 tackles to get into the end zone. So 7:57 to go in the third quarter. Bearcats up 41-7 as we await the point after from Jack Elliott. Good snap, good hold, kick is up.
And it is good.
7:57 to go in the third. Ruston 42, Southside 7. Back with more of the Lincoln Parish Journal third quarter after this. You're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the Bearcat Nation Network.
Calling Bearcat Nation. This is Bill Hogan at CenturyNext Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with locals. And that's a win for our community. Go Bearcats. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Bearcats up 42-7 over the Southside Sharks. Another touchdown drive for Ruston here tonight, capped off by a Josh Brantley run of 16 yards for the score. Ball is fielded at the 24-yard line by the Sharks returner.
I'm telling you, that's what the momentum does for that. Great job by number 20, Alex Hunt, in on that tackle for the Bearcats. Recovered the onside kick earlier in the contest. I believe Xander Hayes in on the tackle as well.
So it will be first down and 10 for Southside on their own 32-yard line. Update out in Bossier. Go Preps has at halftime Destrehan 48, Airline 27.
Now, if you went to Go Preps before and got incorrect information, do you now think suddenly they're going to be perfect?
Well, we're going to check Crescent City Sports, too.
There you go. Why don't we call our friend Commercial?
So first down and 10. Ball at the Southside 32-yard line for this drive. And it was just a run right up the middle to the 39-yard line. Second down and 3. Dees keeps it himself. Crescent City Sports. You want to guess what score they've got at the half?
No, I don't, but you'll tell me.
48-27. Destrehan leads Airline by 3 touchdowns.
Now, the last time the Bearcats went on the road during the playoffs, you didn't make the trip.
You guys were down in Denham Springs. Yep.
That was the first game in that stadium.
Second down and 3. Dees goes under center, and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Peyton Bell, untouched off the defensive line, gets to the quarterback, drops him for a big loss on the play. It'll be third down and 5.
Former Ruston Elementary School Lion in on that tackle for the Bearcats.
I feel like the whole defensive line is Ruston Elementary Lions.
Yeah.
Clock still going here, 6.5 minutes. A little over that. We'll go down to Matthew Carswell after this play. Matthew is bundled up head to toe with a ski cap and his gloves on.
That'd be Lisa and the Cult Jam for your 80s music fans.
Mercy.
Head to toe.
And it is just a quick handoff. And getting back to the line of scrimmage, nothing else, Colin Francois. It'll be fourth down and long. Let's go down to Matthew Carswell.
Yeah, Kyle, Jordan's in street clothes, so he'll be out for the rest of the game. And we got 43 on the bike here, keeping his legs warm. But the defense is coming out, firing on all cylinders in the second half.
All right, you heard from Carswell. We will not see Jordan Hayes for the remainder of this ball game. And when you're up by this many, it's the right move.
I don't mean this is as ugly as it sounds, but I now understand why Southside celebrated so much when they scored that first touchdown.
Punt is away and fielded by Anding at his own 33-yard line. 35 to the 40, still going at midfield. 45, 40.
They're not going to get him.
There he goes. They're not going to get him. 15, 10, 5. He's in for the score. And you can start running that clock here in the third quarter. Ruston leads 48-7, 5.5 left to go. A 67-yard punt return for Aiden Anding is icing on the cake tonight for the Bearcats.
What a great job, and that's one didn't seem last week. Saw Davis DeMoss back there, but a great job from Anding. He can make things happen. That goes back to the Superdome versus Zachary, the spark plug the Bearcats needed in that game. Elliott on to attempt the extra point, Kyle.
5:33 left to go. Here in the third quarter, a 67-yard punt return by senior cornerback Aiden Anding. Jack Elliott to attempt the point after. His kick is up. Good. 49-7, 5:33 left to go in the third. Back after this, you're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Dan and I started Cummins and Fitz in October of 2018. We were both practicing family law and identified a need in our community.
A divorce is often one of the most traumatic and stressful experiences of a person's life. As family law attorneys, we were dealing with divorce, custody, child support, spousal support, and community property petitions. We understand that these issues are complex and that our clients need personalized, focused attention. We hope that you'll trust us when choosing who to represent you should you find yourself going through a divorce.
We're about to have a running clock situation here at Hoss Garrett Stadium. Number 3, Ruston 49. Number 6, Southside 7. So Joaquin Ramos in to kick this one off again here in the Lincoln Parish Journal third quarter. They're your source for all things local, including Ruston High athletics. And the best part, it is 100% free of charge to subscribe. And the ball will bounce and go out of bounds, I believe. I haven't seen the flag thrown per se, but we're about to most likely, Nick Brown, see a lot of the second string on all sides of the football, probably after this offensive series for Southside. Yep, so this is going to give the Sharks the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and the clock is moving. Quarterback under center is Dees, and he'll hand it off up the middle. That's Singleton, maybe a yard on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 36-yard line for Southside.
You see Sam Hartwell, number 7, warming up on the sidelines, Kyle. And that's one, too. You go to that point, we know how well he can throw the football. If you're going to go to the running game, Dylan Brooks or maybe even Dalen Powell in as running back for the Bearcats.
D's in the wing formation. Bearcats up 49-7. 4:45 to go in the third. Running clock for the remainder of the night. And up the middle. Just a few yards. About a 5-yard pickup at the 41-yard line for Singleton.
And you can just pick who you want to give the tackle to. Xander Hayes, Kavari and Keys, Zarek Hill, all in on the tackle for the Bearcats, Kyle.
Ramon Singleton tonight, 1 touchdown. He was the one that we've all been watching. Nick, he's got less than 30 yards here tonight. Full credit to this Bearcat defense for the way it's shown up. 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 41-yard line. D's under center again. Bearcats showing blitz. Hand off to Singleton, and he'll fall forward. He's going to have enough for the 1st down. That'll move the chains.
And you really see nothing to the outside out of the Sharks now, just up the middle. Interesting if you see him go back to the air again. You have an update on.
It's halftime. It appears Destrehan is up 48-27.
But if Destrehan wins, Bearcats will be at home.
That's correct.
And Airline wins, Bearcats will be on the road. Well, I've heard that Airline doesn't allow streaming, so want to stay at the Hoss anyway. So
make that where it's not a problem at all.
Correct.
More showing blitz for the Bearcats. And it'll be a quick toss to Singleton, and Ruston read that absolutely perfectly. And there's Trendon Moore making the tackle on the run blitz. There'll be a loss of 1 for Singleton. 2nd down and 11 coming up.
Yeah, and that's a name. Moore does a great job on the outside. You see it in spacious one-on-one tackling. And Zarek came over and helped out, or Aiden came over and helped a little bit, but certainly brought him down.
2nd and 11. Southside has it at their own 45-yard line. D's under center, 2 receivers far side. And he'll hand it off again to Singleton. Nothing there.
No, nothing at all.
Good grief. Keelan Davis, the linebacker, on the tackle for Ruston. 3rd down and 13. Ball back at the 43-yard line. 2:15 left to go in the third. Ruston 49, Southside 7. And now an I formation for the first time tonight for the Sharks. Dees, play fake, back to throw, dumps it off, and what?
He caught it. He caught his own pass, blocked by Keelan Davis.
What a play there by Peyton Bell to knock the ball right back to the quarterback who was landing on his backside. And instead of falling incomplete, it's going to be a pass to the quarterback, I guess to himself for a loss of 10.
You're the stat guy. Is that what does Go Prep say about that? A completed pass?
It is a reception for negative 10 yards. So it's going to be 4th down and 20. No, 4th down and 23.
Good punt.
And Anding just going to let this one bounce and roll past the 30-yard line down to the 25. Again, clock still moving here at the Hoss. Ruston up 49-7. The Bearcats appear to be advancing to the semifinals for the 3rd year in a row. As it would be a comeback of biblical proportions for Southside at this point with a running clock down by 6 with an offense that is truly only geared to run.
Yeah, it is not designed to come back. You can safe to say put the Bearcats, although it was the 30-year anniversary of the game out in Texas. I watched that film all day yesterday. It was Tyler and, I forget who it was, but they had the 3 onside kicks in a row.
I don't even want to think about that.
No, not at all.
Hartwell in at quarterback, I formation. The Bearcat starters are out for the remainder of the night. Handoff up the middle. Dalen Powell, the freshman running back, picks up 4. And as we have discussed in the last couple of weeks, there's no such thing as a true freshman.
Oh, no, but you got used to it. Call him a true freshman. Why don't you? He's a true freshman.
2nd down and 6.
All right, but if you'd been held back, say in the 5th grade, would you still be a true freshman?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Let's get some of these offensive linemen in playing for the Bearcats. Believe number 65, Ben Wages, is in the contest for the Bearcats.
And we'll give you more of them when we come back for the 4th quarter. Our score, Ruston 49, Southside 7. From the Wood Marine broadcast booth, we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
First Ruston invites you to join them on Sundays at 8:30, 9:45, or 11 a.m. We offer kids worship at all 3 services. On Wednesday nights, students meet at the Powerhouse. Middle school students at 5:30, high school students at 6:45. Our mission is to help you find God's plan for your life in a fun, friendly, encouraging environment. For more church info or to watch our services online, we invite you to visit fbcruston.org. We're saving a seat for you at first.
Fourth quarter of play here. Ruston up 49-7. Our 4th quarter tonight brought to you by Log Cabin and Ponchatoula's. We'll tell you more about those fine folks after this play. We'll go down to Matthew Carswell as well. 2nd down and 6 for the Bearcat offense. Sam Hartwell, the sophomore quarterback. It feels like an eternity ago, but he was the hero in that second week win over Cabot, Arkansas, coming in for an injured Josh Brantley. And Hartwell, quarterback keeper, and no room for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing else.
Great job of holding on to the football. I believe number 91, Hunter Soto, in the game for the Bearcats. 7 Outley, I believe, is in as well. Now, Bearcats do use duplicate numbers. That's not Aiden Andy in at wide receiver. That's Josiah Morgan in for the Bearcats. I believe offensive lineman also in for the Bearcats, number 59, Logan Ashley, as well as 71, Kyle, Cody Elmore.
3rd down and 6 for the Bearcats. 11:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Ruston up 49-7.
Tight end number 83, Tyler Roach, in for the Bearcats.
Hartwell in the I formation. Quick toss, and that's Powell. Bounces to the outside, and he's hit at the 35-yard line. And he'll be a yard short. So a 4th and 1 situation coming up after the gain of 5 for the freshman running back, Dalen Powell. Bearcat offense staying on the field, trying to keep this drive going. Hartwell, 4th down and 1. Tried to draw the defense off sides. 10 seconds on the play clock for the sophomore quarterback. He'll take the snap and keeps himself, rumbles ahead, and he's got the first down, 2-yard pickup on the play for Hartwell. Let's go down to Matthew Carswell. Matthew, I know it's cold out there, but just looking at this Bearcat side of the stands, does it feel like everybody's pretty much stayed locked in and ready to celebrate with this team after the game?
Absolutely, Nick and Kyle. Even though the second string is in for the Bearcats, the first string offense is still in the huddle, engaging with the teammates, and it really doesn't matter who's in the game. They're still cheering on the fellow Bearcats, and it's great to see that, that team camaraderie.
First down and 10. Bearcats have it at their own 37-yard line. 9.5 minutes left to go. Hartwell's got to snap it fast, and he does. Hands it off to Outley, and he'll get a yard on the play to the 38. 2nd down and 9. Again, running clock situation here.
Yeah, I never liked the running clock because you know what that meant? Less playing time for me. So you had to get through the second wave, the third wave, then get to the fourth wave. I'm glad. I believe number 20, Alex Hunt. This is interesting to watch, Kyle. Plays a lot on special teams of the Bearcats, but made a position change. Went from defensive back to wide receiver.
2nd down and 9. Right at the 9-minute mark.
Dalton Brooks in at tight end for the Bearcats, number 84.
Hartwell out of the eye. Freeman the tailback, and it's a handoff to 7 Outley. The fullback, he'll get 3 yards to the 41-yard line.
And, that's great sportsmanship. You go back to that Cabot game, and you mentioned that, but we had to rely on Sam Hartwell going to the air quite a bit, if you remember that, with Ahmad Hudson and making those touchdown passes. And here you're bringing in, you're up, Kyle, a very big lead, and, it's kind of like when you have a lead in basketball. You bring in and you press a lot. Then you work on pressing, but you know what? We're not going to press now at this point. So sportsmanship in class by Jared Ball and the Bearcats with a big lead here and really just ground and pound running out this clock.
I believe that's Davis DeMoss at tailback now. Hartwell under center in the I formation. Far side receiver Josiah Morgan. And Hartwell fakes the toss, and he'll keep it himself on a bootleg. Near side and knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Actually the 45, and again, clock still going. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's going to be 4th down and 2.
Went for a touchdown versus Cabot on that very same play.
Ponchatoula's has delicious seafood and South Louisiana cuisine, and the Log Cabin offers mouth-watering Tex-Mex, steaks, burgers, and more. Ponchatoula's is on Park Avenue, and the Log Cabin is on Highway 33 in Ruston.
Fried green tomatoes. It's the way to go.
With remoulade.
Oh, absolutely.
4th down and 2. Offense stays on the field. Clock still going. 7:15 left to play. And it is a toss. And DeMoss, he breaks free, gets to the 50-yard line. A 6-yard gain on the play. A little extracurriculars over here on the near side. And boy, we got a good one down in Alexandria. The Trojans only have a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter, 28-26 against C.E. Bird, the Yellow Jackets.
The University of C.E. Bird. And if you ask any alumni, they'll promptly tell you that. One time, one of the largest schools in the state.
And again, the Destrehan Airlines score has not changed on any of the websites. It still has 48-27 at the half. I formation, one receiver near side on 1st down. And up the middle. A 3-yard pickup on the play brings up 2nd down and 7 here in the Log Cabin Ponchatoula's 4th quarter. Checking some other scores in our bracket. Central starting to pull away from West Monroe 21-7, as is Neville over Chalmette. Same score. Oh, no, they're in the 3rd quarter now. Destrehan up 55-27.
According to?
Crescent City Sports.
You're going to go Preps and confirm that? I need 2 sources. Like one state's reporting.
I was just about to say.
There you go to your. What does the LPJ have to say about that?
Bill like Kornacki at the whiteboard going, this is too early to call. That's what we do when we're covering local elections. We'll just wait for more of those precincts to report as it's a handoff up the middle. On some of these local elections like school board and police jury, you get to watch as the votes are counted and you see different wards and parts of the parish that come in. And Malcolm, Judith, and I will kind of watch those in real time, and we're joking. We're going, all right, we could call this one for blank like Steve Kornacki on MSNBC during an election.
Now, I like this. Number 85, Cooper Slate. That's a guy, sophomore, he's taking radio his 9th and 10th grade year. And you know what? You're sitting here and you're like, all the students that you teach, you see them. Good to see going into the sophomore, getting some sophomores some playing time here in the quarterfinal of the playoffs.
So 3rd down and short. Hartwell under center on I formation. Needs 3 yards for the first down pickup. And let's see, I believe it's just a quarterback keeper. Gets to the line of scrimmage, nothing else. And it will be 4th down. Now they'll give him a yard, 4th and 2.
I want to tell you one thing. If you watch Bearcat Nation Network, you see it on BearcatNationNetwork.com or YouTube, Kyle. We're no longer putting the videos up. We're pulling them up out of the postgame. A lot of our opponents have been going and watching the game, so we're pulling those off. So you can't get the signals from Earl Griffin or Kyle Williams. So at the end of the year, we will put all of those up so you can watch in their entirety. But you're catching that tonight, and it will be removed from the webpage as soon as we make our way out of Hoss Garrett Stadium.
4th down and 2. Hartwell toss to the near side, and Freeman is going to get stuffed. It's a turnover on downs. Now Southside will have it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Interesting, a relatively new school. I told you their first graduating class, Kyle, was in 2020, so the first year was 2017, 2018. Out of Youngsville. And, a lot of times when we were building the parks, baseball parks, they used Youngsville as that model. But a lot of push to call it Youngsville High School, but that did not make it, but voted on Southside and went with the Sharks.
And my understanding, James McGovern, who is a huge
fan of
this,
yes.
a big fan of this broadcast, he texted me and said they don't have a field. They've played at a different location every single week this year. 1st down and 10 for Southside as the Bearcats have their second string in on the defense. We'll see if we can get you some of those names as it's a handoff up the middle to the fullback, a 3-yard pickup to the 45-yard line.
All right, number 95, Garrett Taylor in on the defensive line. Go some of that secondary, Cal. We can read those numbers a lot easier. I believe number 30 is in for the Bearcats. I'm just going to not say Bearcats every time. That's Ray Windsor. Devin Major in as well at defensive back. Colby Sonia in at linebacker, number 32.
2nd down and 7. D's under center in the wing formation. And a handoff up the middle. And a 1st down pickup and some more for the Sharks. Past the 40 to the Bearcat 39-yard line.
Javon Knighton in at linebacker. Played in on that tackle. Colby Sonia, 32 at linebacker. Plays a catcher for the Bearcat baseball team. Under new head coach Brian Beck, offensive line coach.
Beck is sort of sharing those duties on the offensive line with Josh Moat, former Oak Grove Tiger Star lineman, and same for Louisiana Tech. During the COVID, it felt like Josh Moat was just a Bulldog for almost 7 or 8 years, and now he's on the sideline for the Bearcats. That is a 6-yard carry for the Sharks up the middle. And Dontavia Jean-Baptiste on the carry for the Sharks.
It's a good thing, too. I think you welcome in on the Bearcat staff because you have so many alumni. It can be tough to really work their way in, but they've certainly made him feel at home on the offensive line, the coaching staff as well.
2nd down and 4. Minute 20 left to play. Ruston up 49-7. Bearcats will advance to the semifinals for the 3rd straight year as Jean-Baptiste loses the toss, gets tripped up for a loss of 6 on the play, all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Boy, Chase McGuire was running after him. I'm glad he got back on the ball because Chase McGuire, 6'4", 235-pound defensive lineman for the Bearcats. That's the name we're going to be saying over the next few years for these Bearcats. Number 56, Ethan Russell in as well.
Garrett Taylor in for the Bearcats on the defensive end. It's 3rd down and 11. Under a minute left to play. We'll have head coach Jared Ball. Matthew Carswell will be bringing him up here. 2-yard pickup on the play for Southside. Brings up 4th down and 9. Man, there was just no doubt about this one tonight. Ruston Bearcats are going to win this one by a final score of 49 to 7 as the teams head out to midfield for the post-game handshakes. We'll go to our post-game show here in 2 minutes. Again, final score, Ruston 49, Southside 7. Back in 2 minutes from the Wood Marine broadcast booth. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
That's the ball game. Your Bearcats beat the Sharks 49. Let's go. Bearcats await the winner of the Destrehan Airline game, where Destrehan currently leads Airline 48 to 27. Thank you for joining us tonight at the ball game. Safe travels and good night.
Came out ready to play, kind of jumped on them from the beginning, and kind of come unraveled for them. But they are a really good football team.
Coach, we like the gutsiness of doing the onside kicks early. I mean, that really was what flipped it once we were able to get up by multiple scores. Like you said, really good team, especially on offense, running the football coming into tonight. You feel like if you get up by a couple of touchdowns, against a running team, that puts them in a bind.
Yeah, it does. Kind of gets them out of their game plan, and that was kind of what we had looked at. We liked the alignment that they gave us on the onside kicks, and really probably should have had the second one, in my opinion. Kind of jumped on those guys about that. But, yeah, anytime you can get up by a couple of leads on somebody that likes to run the football, it puts them out of their game plan and has to do something a little bit different that they're not comfortable doing. And our guys executed the way that we needed them to.
Well, Coach, let's talk about this. Sometimes coming out of a break or when a fall break, it can make a team a little rusty, but I believe you guys had a good week of practice this week.
Yeah, I think our guys have learned how to handle this Thanksgiving week, and it helps having a fall break where we have an opportunity to do that. But I didn't feel like we handled the fall break real well. We didn't play well against Ouachita coming out of that fall break stuff, and we talked about that today. Talked about we didn't change gears from we kind of came in. I let them have some downtime. They played their video games and that kind of stuff. And then we just didn't change gears well during the fall break. But I thought those guys did real good, came out ready to play, and executed the game plan.
Yeah, Kyle reminded me of that before the broadcast tonight. I said, Kyle, it's going to be okay. Let's go back way in August. We go over to Bird, not the most adverse condition, not the best conditions for a scrimmage, but we scrimmage the Bird Yellow Jackets, and it mimics this offense that we saw tonight.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, in my opinion, you try to scrimmage good people, and not just scrimmage, games, scrimmages, whatever the case may be. But if they do a wide variety of things too, you never know when that's going to pop up and help you out down the road. So it was something that defensively you can lean on some things that was coached back, even though it was that long ago. You can say, like, hey, you remember when we told you this against Bird? And it gives them some kind of some basic knowledge of what it is that they're talking about. And so that was helpful for this week.
Coach, one of the things that I know that you love is when you get to see some of the kids that don't get a lot of varsity time get in for some meaningful minutes. You had pretty much an almost over half of a quarter in the fourth quarter where a lot of the second string and some of the younger kids were able to get quality minutes in the quarterfinals of the playoffs.
Yeah, anytime you can do that in a playoff situation, that's always good for your program in the long run. And, a lot of these guys that are playing here, the same thing had arisen, last year or the year before, where they had an opportunity to get some playing time in a playoff situation. And that anytime you can do that, it's good for you.
Coach, I want to talk real quick, too, about Darius James. This is a young man whose name we don't normally call a whole lot tonight. He got an excellent touchdown on a wheel route, and then he extended a drive on 3rd and long with a 45-yard catch. Talk a little bit about that young man and his efforts this evening.
Darius is one of those that's just diligent about doing his job. We haven't thrown the ball much in the past, and this year, we've been able to just because those guys have continued to work, and Josh has done a really good job getting the ball to who he needs to. And one of those things about playing receiver, I know they do get their name called and all of that more than an offensive lineman, but sometimes, they don't. Sometimes they're running a bunch of routes and another guy's catching the footballs because of what the coverage may be or who it is that we're trying to read and that sort of thing. And so just continuing to do their job, whether it may be blocking, running routes, or whatever the case is, and Darius has done that, and it paid off for him tonight.
I'm going to go to punt return. Boy, Aiden Andy, you go back to the Dome last year versus Zachary. Tonight he gets the opportunity and takes a punt return to the house for a touchdown.
We felt good about the punt return going into the ball game. They had not punted the ball a bunch. They went for it on 4th down a bunch, kind of like we do. And so we kind of liked our return against those guys. And, of course, anytime Aiden can field the ball and get the ball with a lot of space, it's a good thing for us.
All right, early in the game, got asked, and I'll let you ask the rest of the questions. It was a 4th down. I thought, you know what? I'm looking for the field goal. You didn't know. Took that gamble. How long did you think about going for the field goal, but we're able to convert that 4th down for a touchdown?
I didn't think about it at all, really, to be honest. I'd already made my mind up before the third down play. I just kind of liked our field position on where we were. I don't really, in this kind of weather, the ball doesn't really come off of a kicker's foot the same way that it does whenever it's warm outside. And so the field position on the first one, I liked where we were, keep them pinned down there even if we don't get it, on the far minus end. It was a little bit too far of a field goal, I felt like, to try on the second time, and so I felt like we needed to go for it. And, of course, I look really, really smart when
it works.
When it works. But, I feel comfortable with our guys putting them in really some bad situations at times, but it's all stuff that we work. And, of course, if you ask the kids, they always want to go for it. And if you ask Jack, he always wants to kick it.
Right.
So it's lose-lose for me.
Coach, last quick question. Third straight year heading to the semifinals for this program. Talk a little bit about what that means to you and to see where this program has progressed under your leadership.
Well, I think it just defines what work these kids have done, for all these years. I think you go back, and we've talked about it a bunch. You go back and look at what the administration here has done as far as letting us set up stuff from 6th grade on up at I.A. Lewis and at the junior high, and being able to get our hands on those guys at such an early age. You just develop those guys, and then it turns into where they know what it is the expectations are and what it is we need to get done. And I think that's what you see. You see the consistency of that. Does that mean that it's continuously going to be this good? I don't know. I don't know how it could. I don't know that you can just keep doing that. But I think that it is it's due to the fact that we've been able to set up that program, and these kids understand all of those things. And, I think that's the benefit that you're seeing.
Well, Coach, we don't know quite yet who we're going to be playing next week. The last score we saw, Destrehan was up 55-27 over Airline, but we know how quickly the Vikings can score with that high-powered offense. So to quote a lot of people on election night, it's too close to call out in Bossier right now. But we know we're playing next week, and that's what matters.
Well, that's the main thing, and it doesn't make me any difference who it is, but I can tell you this. Since I've been the head coach here, we haven't beaten Destrehan, and we need all of these people to get out here and support our guys next Friday, regardless of whether it's making a trip to Shreveport or whether Destrehan's coming here. We'll need all the help that we can get, and it would be really, really nice for this group to put it on Destrehan next Friday here.
Absolutely. Head coach Jared Ball, congrats on the win, heading to the semifinals on a 49-7 victory over the Southside Sharks. We'll be back in 60 seconds to wrap it up here in the Wood Marine broadcast booth. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
And on a journey towards the best dentistry with exceptional care, you need travel no further than the heart of Ruston. There you will find the team behind Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. It's a goal built on the tradition of excellence established more than 60 years ago, a legacy in superior dental care and unparalleled customer service. It's a journey worth taking and one we're proud to make with you. Come experience the best dentistry and exceptional customer service. Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. There's a story behind every smile.
When it comes to physical therapy, there's one name to know. That's Johnson Physical Therapy. And as always,